Good Friday morning, everybody. Finally, Friday. Chris Allen here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. So, we're finally here to the weekend. It's going to be a sloppy one. I can just tell you that. Rain will be coming in, lots of wind. To go with that, we had a breezy day yesterday. Looks like we're going to have one today and tomorrow and Sunday. We can see approaching high clouds now from the west. Mainly sunny today. It's going to be dry, but it will be breezy. Winds will kick up 20, 25, maybe 30 miles per hour. We got close to that yesterday, but I think more so today, it is going to become a little more likely. And then, especially as we get into tomorrow night, and Sunday, wind gust of over 30 miles per hour, certainly possible. All that's coming in right now are mostly high and mid level clouds. There's no rain out there, not for hundreds of miles away from us. We're not going to see anything coming in until we get way into, say, after midnight tonight and into the day tomorrow, on and off. That's the way it looks as of right now. Let's take a look at, well, I was going to show you the weather camera. Can you see the weather camera? See, I've got to figure out how this thing doesn't want to do what I want it to do. So let me do this, and then this, and then no, that's still not going to work. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, I wanted to show you the live view. But anyway, maybe you did see it, maybe you didn't. I can't tell from here. So we'll move on. We'll move on to the current radar and advisories. I'll work on the live camera. Our new AAA Systems live camera, the very first one and the only for WNKY News 40, and the first one and only one downtown Bowling Green. I wish I could show it to you. It's beautiful out there right now. You can see it on TV and all that, but we're getting ready to have it everywhere and add to it as well. There you see, we don't have any. The only moisture is way down in Louisiana, but that's the start of the Gulf moisture that's going to come our direction. You can see some wind advisories, fog advisories. So far, no severe weather advisories, but as the front crosses the plains today, yeah, those things are going to ramp up pretty quickly as we get into the afternoon and evening. But for us, really not until tomorrow afternoon and evening seems to be the best timing for us to get some inclement weather. All right, here's a look at the blender, model blender. We go 62, 63, maybe even 64 today. And how about 65 tomorrow? Ahead of that front, strong southerly flow is going to kick into high gear. That's going to be the gusty winds that we'll start to feel as we go through later this afternoon, but especially tomorrow when the rains and the thunder come in. We're going to be, it's going to be extra windy at times. We'll only get down to 55 tonight with some of the showers starting. But you see what happens on Sunday, we plummet. I mean, we take a plunge here. We go from 65 to 39 Saturday night and only get up to 44, 45 maybe on Sunday. Then Sunday night, we crash down to 26. Now, there is still that possibility that we could see some of the rainfall ending as some wet snowflakes or a mix. I don't think it's going to be any big deal. The ground temperatures are too warm. Yeah, it will be cold enough for maybe car surfaces and maybe a rooftops or something like that where there's not a lot of heat escaping. You could see a little snow sticking to that, maybe in the grass, but then it would just quickly melt and go away after we get back to 44 on Monday. And then after that, we're in the 50s for the most part, 50s. And that's pretty average for this time of the year. The average 52. So you see right there 52, 54, 56, 53, 49, 53. So pretty much right on the money after that cold front. So it is going to get colder. Snow chances, there's only really that chance maybe Sunday at some point when it gets cold enough and there's still some leftover moisture. But again, it's not going to be that big of a deal for us. Okay. So don't get too excited. All right, let's check the next several days here on the weather maps. Okay. Here we go. And on the maps, pretty quiet here today. High pressure still in control. Tight lines together. Those are isobars or equal lines of barometric pressure. And when they're tight like that, it means it's windy. Well, at least breezy, but windy too. And it's going to get windy through time. Here we go into this evening. Light rain showers begin to pull into western Kentucky. Overnight, they start to spread into tomorrow morning. Then we get into tomorrow afternoon. Notice the dark green here. That's an indication of heavy rainfall. So the rains will become steadier, heavier, more widespread coverage, rumbles of thunder, and gusts of wind. Gusty showers is what I like to call it, with the winds being up and the heavier rain. Some of you could get 1 to 2 inches of rain between tomorrow and Sunday. That would be beneficial. It would be good. It's not going to be a drought buster necessarily. It's not going to catch us up on rainfall because we're about 6.5 inches behind, but at least this will be beneficial. As you see the red down south in the Mississippi, that's severe weather. That's where the main low pressure system is, and the main core of any severe weather, I think, is going to be down there. There is a marginal risk, which I'll show you, that kind of eases up into southern Kentucky and maybe even up I 65. But here comes the front. This will be Saturday night. This is when some of the heaviest rains and gustiest winds will take place. We could have wind gusts of over 40 miles per hour with the rain falling. So you get, yeah, it's going to be like that. Here we go into Sunday morning. Colder air starts to move in. The heavier rains begin to move on. Here we go into Sunday afternoon into Monday. Yeah, there could be. I mean, this is like 12Z on Monday, and that's going to be what 7 a.m. on Monday. It shows everything's out, but it's in between that last graphic, which was 7 a.m. Sunday, and this one 7 a.m. Monday, that we could see some snowflakes mixing in. But again, it's not going to be a huge deal. There we go into Tuesday. High pressure builds back in. Everything's pretty quiet. Stalled boundary to the north kind of falls apart because high pressure is pretty doggone strong. Here we go into Wednesday, Thursday, and into next Friday. Quiet weather. The only noisy weather, if you will, and the only thing that's really kind of in the picture to be a little bumpy would be this, and that's the little bit of a strong to severe thunderstorm risk. And here it is for tomorrow, mainly tomorrow afternoon and evening. That dark green indicating a level 1 low end marginal severe risk. May have 1 or 2 severe thunderstorms or maybe flash flood. There's that possibility. Heavy rain, flooding, maybe it's possibility. But you see the level 2 yellow just kind of sneaks up to about Cadiz, Kentucky, and just south of Hopkinsville, but it's mostly western and middle Tennessee over toward Nashville, and then down toward Jackson and Memphis. That's where the level 2 slight risk is. So we're in a lighter marginal risk, not a very big risk. Again, low end possibility of getting a severe storm. But most of it's just going to be wind and rain and a few rumbles of thunder. That's the way it looks right now. But if that changes, I'll be here all weekend watching it, even on TV, even on the radio. We'll take care of it and right here if we need to. Okay, that'll do it for your Finally Friday weather. God bless you. Thank you for watching as always. I'll see you tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on WNKY News 40. God bless.